Hello, my name is Reed. Welcome to r.e.A.C.H's Hot Topic Podcast. Today's topic will be life transitions, and our guest today is Jammer and Kane. Kane, can you please define what life transition is?
I think what life transition is like when you go through puberty or your experience body changes.
Jammer.
No, I don't know what that is.
Life transitions are periods of change that mark the beginning of something new. They are shifts that individuals experience as they move from one stage of life or situation to another. These transitions can be personal or professional, positive or negative, and involve mental and emotional adjustments. What's a life transition you've seen somebody else go through? Okay.
Or it's probably they're depressed and then they go from depression and they when they get older they be happy, or when you see somebody growing or their voice getting deeper.
Where have you ever seen this at?
I seen this in my sister when I realized the older she got, the more mature and her voice got deeper, and the more she stopped playing around.
Jammer, what's a life transition you've seen somebody else go through?
My brother, when when we was like younger, his voice would be like a squeak, like a squeaker, and now his voice got deeper and he got more mature. Like he don't really like hang out.
Where have you seen that at?
Uh, Home.
How do you think that made them feel?
Mm, I don't know. How does it like how? Wait, ask the question again.
How do you think that made them feel?
Wait, job, my brother.
Yes.
I don't know. Felt like he getting older. He getting older.
Okay.
I feel like that the older she gets, the more responsibility she has, and the more she has to take care of herself.
What's a life transition you've been through?
When I started growing, and when I stopped playing around, and uh, then I realized that one day I'm going to have to take care of myself, and my mindset has been uh, being pretty mature.
Jammer, what's a life transition you've been
Uh, like he said, getting taller, my shoe size getting bigger, and like stop got had to be more responsible.
through? Okay, how did that transition affect you?
It affected me like now since I'm having to wash my clothes and get ready for school and stuff.
Jammer, how did that transition affect you?
Um, I don't know, like how he said, you be washing his clothes and gotta get dressed. I gotta wake up in the morning so I can get dressed.
You got more responsibilities and stuff. Yeah. How can life transitions have a positive impact on somebody?
Positive impact. Like then when you realize that you have more responsibilities, the more you can adjust and take time. Like saying you can do some other later activities with your friend and focus on this responsibility that you have to do.
Jammer, how can life transitions have a positive impact on someone?
Mm. I hope he do not know. I gotta think about it.
We'll go back to it. How can life transitions have a negative impact on someone?
Hmm. Like maybe like the stronger you get, the more like when you get older, you get more stronger. Then you take that as like a I don't know what's the word, but like you take it as granted, and then I guess you just think you're like I don't know, but like you I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say, but like when you the stronger you get, the more you take it as granted, and the more you think you can fight somebody, then you might just get hurt or hurt yourself.
Jammer, how can life transitions have a negative impact on someone?
Uh, when you get like taller, shoes, like you can't fit your clothes anymore like how you used to. You gotta get more clothes.
You spend more money.
Yeah, and stuff like
Is there anything you would like to say to our viewers?
that.
I'll just be like this. Stay in school. Stay in school. Stay in school. Stay in school. Stay in school.
Jammer, anything else you want to say?
Nah, same thing as him. Stay in school, bro.
Yeah, we're going to go back to that question. How can life transitions have a positive impact on someone?
Mm, uh, you get more mature. You get more responsible. You take care of yourself. Don't be like a little kid no more. Don't do little kid stuff.
Alright, guys. Thank you for watching ACH's Hot Topic podcast with today's topic of life transitions. My name is Reed, and our guest today is Jammer and Kane. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Hello, my name is Reed. Welcome to ACH's Hot Topic podcast. Today's topic will be life transitions, and our guest today is TJ and Boone. TJ, can you define what life transition is?
Mm, I think a life transition is when someone changes their perspective of their life.
Boone, can you define what a life transition is?
I can piggyback off what he said, and when somebody changes their perspective of their life, they're going into a new period, new beginnings of a part of their life.
Life transitions are a period of change that mark the beginning of something new. They are shifts that individuals experience as they move from one stage of life to or situation to another. These transitions can be personal or professional, positive or negative, and involve mental and emotional adjustments. TJ, what's a life transition you've seen somebody else go through?
Um, when my cousin was younger, he was very rowdy and he played around a lot. But now he's older and he doesn't play around as much and he acts more responsible
And
and
more mature.
careful around his surroundings.
Boone,
Say the question again, I'm sorry.
what's a life transition you've seen somebody else go through?
Um, Here, working at ACH, I've seen a multitude of children go through not only transitions, but new phases. So, if from them being babies to mid-teenagers to teenagers almost, going into high school, changing like that.
TJ, how do you think that made them feel?
Um, it, I think that it made them feel more proud of themselves because they were able to go through the stage of being more responsible and more mature and just yeah.
Boone, how do you think that made them feel?
Um, Honestly, it could, because what I said, it could, they could have felt a plethora of feelings. At first, it could probably be confusing until they figured out, their steps and their path.
Boone, what's a life transition you've been through?
A life transition I've been through, um, that I can go right off top of the head. I just moved back from Dallas. So I moved to Dallas in 2022. And when I got there, it was a whole new world for me. So I had to transition
Had
and
to
figure,
adapt.
yeah, I had to adapt to a new lifestyle, new person, new creative, new identity almost.
How did that transition affect you?
It affected me in a good way because now I know more of who I am because I got the experience outside of what I've known to be who I am.
TJ, let's go back to that question. What's the life transition you've been through?
Um, from moving from elementary school to middle school.
How did that life transition affect you?
Um, it made me feel like I was older and I could be more responsible and yeah.
So basically, like more responsible than you was in elementary school.
Yeah.
How can life transitions have a positive impact on someone?
Um, it could make them feel like they could act better and just be more mature and responsible and just have uh what if I say better life, but that's all I could think of.
Boom. How can life transitions have a positive impact on someone?
It goes back to what TJ said about perspective. So it's all about your outlook on the situation.
TJ, how can life transitions have a negative impact on someone?
Um, but also having more responsibility when they're older. It could also be like everything's not like as fun as when they were younger.
Boom. How can life transitions have a negative impact on someone?
Yeah. Again, it goes back to it depends on their situation. Whatever happens to them, however they view it, they can either view it negative or positive. And if it's a negative, then it, most likely they're probably gonna be put in a tough situation.
TJ, is there anything we'd like to say to our viewers?
Just be careful and think of the consequences of the things that you do.
Boom. Is there anything we'd like to say to our viewers?
Yeah, man. Life changes happen all the time. Just be ready, be aware, and attentive.
Thanks for watching ACH's Hot Topic Podcast with today's topic on life transitions. My name is Reed, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.